Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a big episode. We've got all kinds of new vehicle updates from Elon Musk himself that were dropped at a recent Tesla all-hands meeting, new production timelines on Cybertruck, Roadster, and the 25K Tesla, plus the long-anticipated Robovan. We also learn how Starlink is providing internet access to emergency crews in Louisiana as they help people to recover from the impact of Hurricane Ida. And yet again, we have a new timeline on the full self-driving beta rollout. So let's get going. Tesla recently held an all-hands-on-deck meeting to discuss the state of the company as they move into the final month of Q3 2021. And thanks to sources who were present for that meeting, we have been able to eavesdrop on a few of the points that were discussed. Elon Musk gave us a brief update on pretty much every new and upcoming Tesla vehicle that we have been curious about, plus some words on how Tesla is planning to get themselves out of this cycle of mad rushes to delivery at the end of every quarter. So let's take a look at what we got, but just keep in mind that as of right now, this information is primarily coming from some dude on Twitter, and this talk was not meant for public consumption. So everybody have your salt handy. In regards to the Cybertruck, Elon basically confirmed what most of us realistic Tesla fans have been expecting, that Cybertruck production will happen in 2022, but not until closer to the end of the year. That means we might get the first Cybertruck delivery push at the end of Q4 2022, if we're lucky. Volume production of the truck should hit in 2023, and that's when we'll get into a regular delivery cycle. This end of 2022 goal should align with the production timelines for both the new 4680 battery cell and full self-driving hardware version 4, which will be introduced with the Cybertruck, making this the most technologically advanced vehicle in the Tesla fleet at its launch. As far as what this timeline means for the Cybertruck's position in the electric truck market, I honestly believe this still has a shot at being the first electric pickup truck from a major manufacturer. Like we said in our last video on the Cybertruck, both Ford and GM are obviously bluffing when they claim that their electric trucks are coming in early 2022. It's just not happening. With both manufacturers still struggling hard from supply chain problems and manufacturing shutdowns, they have something like a snowball's chance in hell of getting products to market in the next year. Rivian might get their truck to the delivery phase in the next few months. I wouldn't doubt that, but we're looking at a few thousand units there. It's not in the same league. All right, next up, the internet's favorite car for wild speculation, the $25,000 Tesla. First off, Elon says the car will not be called Model 2, so please, let's finally put that stupid name to rest. We had to use Model 2 in the video titles because everyone else just kept going with it, but the car was never going to be called that. Tesla only ever used Model 3 because Ford had already called dibs on the Model E. So Elon picked the closest thing he could just to troll Ford. Anyway, the big news here is that this car will not come with a steering wheel or pedals. That's the headline news right now, but that's not what Elon said as far as I can tell. He just posed the question to his staff saying, do we want to have this car come with a steering wheel and pedals? Which is something Elon has been talking about publicly for over 3 years now. At the Autonomy Day event in 2019, Elon was talking about how he wanted to delete the steering wheel and pedals from the Model 3. We know this is an idea that Elon really likes. That doesn't make it a confirmed fact for the new car. Sure, a commercial robotaxi version of the car with the steering wheel and pedal delete sounds plausible in a few years from now, but if you're freaking out about a consumer vehicle being delivered with no controls anytime in the next decade or two, then you need to get a grip on reality. Either way, Elon says that Tesla is still on track to get this affordable vehicle into production for 2023. So following those Cybertruck expectations, we're most likely getting into volume production and mass market deliveries in the year 2024, if everything goes smoothly. In this case, and really all cases with Elon, that if is in giant capital letters. The most surprising bit of news that we got out of this meeting is the confirmation that Tesla is working on a high occupancy electric van, possibly called a Robovan, but that might just be make-believe. What does appear to be real is that Tesla is going to eventually follow through with the long-thought idea to build a passenger van. This would be designed to carry 12 people at once and would be optimized for quick onboarding and offloading. Elon reportedly highlighted how easy it would be for passengers with disabilities to use this method of transportation. We know this one has been in the works for a while. In 2017, the Boring Company released concept renderings with exactly this type of vehicle being used in their transit tunnels. In Tesla's Master Plan Part 2, they made a reference to a high occupancy passenger vehicle following their entry into the heavy trucking industry. And as recently as January, Elon was quoted as saying Tesla is definitely going to make an electric van at some point. However, Elon also noted that while designing a prototype for this vehicle would be very easy, getting it to volume production would be extremely challenging. Lastly, from this particular meeting, we heard from Elon that the month of September will be the craziest month for deliveries Tesla will ever have. Elon said that Tesla is again trying to stop its draining cycle for end-of-quarter delivery pushes, but he expects a big one this quarter. Tesla has been known to have intense scrambles at the end of every quarter due to its direct distribution system, which is very different from other automakers that use third-party dealerships. Since Tesla sells directly to customers, the automaker owns the vehicle until it is fully delivered to the buyer and paid for. That results in transit times being extremely important for Tesla financially, since the automaker takes on the cost of building those cars and doesn't get any money until the customers can actually pick them up. And that's why Tesla tries to build vehicles for export early in the quarter and vehicles for local deliveries later in order to allow for transit time by the end of the quarter. Unfortunately, this strategy results in Tesla's sales and delivery team having to handle significant volumes of vehicles to deliver towards the end of each quarter, which are called delivery waves or delivery pushes. Elon has previously indicated that Tesla is aiming to reduce those waves since they put a lot of stress on employees and have been known to affect customer experience. It has yet to happen and will definitely not be this quarter, but it might finally end relatively soon. We've got Elon also talking positively about the new Tesla Roadster for the first time in a while. Elon says that the second generation Roadster could begin shipping in 2023 as long as 2022 is not filled with mega drama in terms of supply chain shortages. So that's good news on two fronts. For one, Elon seems to think there is a good chance that 2022 will be a better year for building cars than 2021, which was basically a disaster. And secondly, Elon seems to think that they will get around to building a production line for the Roadster in 2023, which in theory means that production lines for the Cybertruck and Semi, and possibly even the new affordable hatchback, will be taken care of by then and they'll be on to the next project. Obviously, that leaves us with a big capital IF. We still need the global supply chain to get its shit together, but we can only hope. The SpaceX Starlink network is now providing internet service to Louisiana's St. Charles Parish Emergency Operation Team after Hurricane Ida destroyed local communication systems. The Starlink internet service is unaffected by terrestrial disasters because it is a satellite broadband system that mainly operates from space and needs only a small ground terminal with a Wi-Fi router to function. The government of St. Charles Parish tweeted, "Thanks to Elon Musk and SpaceX for getting us connected post-Hurricane Ida. Communications is key in our recovery." They shared a photo of a Starlink user terminal installed by the emergency operations team on a rooftop. Every week we get on here and give you a new timeline for the rollout of Tesla's full self-driving beta, and this week will be no exception. So here's the latest scoop. Elon Musk is now saying that Tesla is aiming for the wider public release of its full self-driving beta on or around September 25th, maybe 2 days later on your boy's birthday. It's been almost 1 year since Tesla first released the beta version of their new FSD software to a small group of about 1,000 testers. This beta software is the real full self-driving. It is light years ahead of what Tesla owners are using on the road today, even those owners who paid thousands of dollars for an upgrade package called full self-driving. What they have right now is basically a really good version of the same autopilot program that comes with every other Tesla. Some would say that's unfair or deceptive. They might have a point, but it is what it is. Either way, the option for more paying customers to join in the pool of beta testers is coming with this new update in late September. At that point, FSD users in the United States should get a button to download and use the beta software, which will be at version 10 point something by that point. Elon Musk said on Twitter, "We should be there with beta 10, which goes out a week from Friday. No point release this week. It will have a completely retrained neural net, so we'll need another few weeks after that for tuning and bug fixes. Best guess is a public beta button in about 4 weeks." He later clarified that to say beta 10 will be out September 10th at midnight, and it looks promising that beta 10.1, about 2 weeks later, will be good enough for the public opt-in request button. I think it's worth noting that Elon is now calling this an opt-in request button as opposed to a download button. So in that light, I would expect that there will still be some kind of vetting process for new beta testers. And that makes a lot of sense. We can't afford to have people being stupid with this feature, particularly in light of this massive autopilot-related investigation that is underway right now by the NHTSA. To date, there have been no collisions associated with the new beta version of FSD, and that's thanks to the testers being very focused on the car's behavior and taking over control when something bad is about to happen. From what Elon is saying, version 10 of the software will be a massive improvement over anything we have seen to date, and we can expect that most of the bugs will be worked out by that point. I imagine that we'll finally see an end to occasions where the car tries to kamikaze itself into a solid object, but the car will still absolutely not be a fully autonomous vehicle. So anyone behind the wheel will not only be responsible for their own safety and the safety of others on the road, but they will also be essentially carrying Tesla's reputation in their hands. So I think it's very important that people remember this self-driving program is not a toy, it's a responsibility. By the way, guys, for more Tesla news delivered straight to your inbox, make sure to subscribe to our Tesla Space newsletter. We keep you up to date on all things Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and Boring Company in one quick and fun-to-read package. Link in the description to sign up. It's theteslaspace.com. And make sure to drag our emails over into your primary inbox so we don't get lost in the promotions tab. As always, if you want to continue to learn about everything regarding Tesla, SpaceX, and Elon Musk, we've got 2 more video options for you on the screen to check out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up today if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel for weekly content just like this.